Who would win if two of history's greatest military minds, Genghis Khan and Alexander the Great, faced each other in battle? Would it be Alexander, the guy who conquered the world by 30, thanks to his unbreakable wall of spears and a belief that he was practically a demigod? Or Genghis Khan, the clever warlord who could turn a retreat into a deadly trap, all while making his enemies submit in fear? Alexander the Great was the king of Macedonia and a brilliant military leader. By the age of 30, he had conquered much of the known world. He was taught by Aristotle and looked up to heroes like Achilles. Alexander's army was known for being highly disciplined, especially with their strong phalanx formation, a wall of soldiers with spears and shields. He led his elite cavalry, often charging bravely at the front lines, which inspired his troops to follow him with great confidence. Genghis Khan was a feared Mongol leader who brought together the nomadic tribes to create the most powerful military force ever seen. His army was incredibly fast and skilled in psychological warfare. His warriors, expert archers, could shoot arrows with great accuracy while riding at high speeds. Genghis Khan was a master of tricks, using fake retreats to lure enemies into traps. His leadership was based on fear and discipline, making his men extremely loyal and ready to follow him anywhere. Let's compare the two. Alexander led about 50,000 soldiers and never lost a battle. He used strategies like the phalanx formation and the hammer and anvil, where his infantry pinned down enemies while his cavalry attacked from the sides. He conquered 5.2 million square kilometers and spread Greek culture across his empire. However, the phalanx didn't work well on rough terrain, making his army vulnerable in certain environments. Also, since Alexander often led from the front, there was a risk that his army could lose morale if he were injured or killed. Genghis Khan commanded an army of about 130,000 soldiers and built the largest empire in history, covering over 24 million square kilometers. His feigned retreat tricked enemies into deadly traps. His conquests led to the Pax Mongolica, a time of peace that helped trade and culture spread across Eurasia. However, his army relied heavily on open plains for their mobility, making them less effective in dense, fortified areas. If they lost their mobility, it could seriously weaken their effectiveness in battle. Let's think of 10 scenarios and try to see who's the winner. Direct combat. If they're to fight head-to-head, Alexander's phalanx, an impenetrable wall of spears, will advance with disciplined precision. In direct combat, this formation is nearly unbreakable and will overpower Mongol forces with sheer strength and unity. Winner, Alexander the Great. Cavalry charge. While the rest of their armies are in direct combat, Alexander's elite companion cavalry charges will break the Mongol lines. However, Genghis Khan anticipates the move and orders a feigned retreat, avoiding the charge and regrouping. Winner, a draw, dependent on timing and tactics. Hit-and-run tactics, Genghis Khan leads his horsemen in hit-and-run attacks. The Mongol cavalry, the fastest and most adaptable force in history, harasses Alexander's forces from a distance, weakening them without direct confrontation. Winner, Genghis Khan. Feigned retreat. Genghis Khan uses a feigned retreat to lure Alexander's soldiers into a chase, then turns back to attack from all sides into an ambush, causing devastating losses. Winner, Genghis Khan. Terrain. Advantage. In open plains, Genghis Khan's fast-moving cavalry outmaneuvers the Macedonian phalanx. However, in narrow passes or rough terrain, Alexander's phalanx would dominate. Winner, Genghis Khan on open plains, Alexander the Great in rough terrain, supply lines, and logistics. In a prolonged campaign, Alexander's disciplined army endures tough conditions. However, Genghis Khan's Mongols, masters of mobility, disrupt Alexander's supplies by raiding convoys. Winner, Genghis Khan. Siege warfare. Alexander besieges a Mongol stronghold with advanced siege engines. If quick, he prevails. If prolonged, Genghis Khan disrupts the siege through counterattacks and psychological warfare. Winner, Alexander the Great, if quick. Genghis Khan, if prolonged. If Genghis Khan besieges one of Alexander's fortified cities, he surrounds it, cuts off supplies, and uses deception. However, Alexander's skill in defense could turn the tide, especially if he withstands the initial onslaught. Winner, Genghis Khan, if prolonged. Alexander the Great, if he defends and counterattacks. Battle on the seas. If the conflict extends to the seas, Alexander commands a well-organized fleet. The Mongols, with limited naval experience, might struggle, though Genghis Khan could adapt with unorthodox tactics. Winner, Alexander the Great on the seas. Night raids and ambushes. Genghis Khan launches surprise night raids, causing chaos and heavy losses. The Mongols' mastery of stealth and quick strikes leaves Alexander's forces vulnerable. Winner, Genghis Khan. Leadership and morale. Both Alexander and Genghis Khan were charismatic leaders, but their styles differed. Alexander inspired through bravery, often leading from the front, while Genghis Khan inspired through fear and discipline. Morale could swing either way, depending on the circumstances. Winner, a draw. Both leaders excel in maintaining morale, though in different ways. Conclusion, Alexander's expertise in direct combat, sieges, and naval battles gives him an edge in structured warfare. However, Genghis Khan's mastery of mobility, psychological tactics, and adaptability makes him a formidable opponent in unpredictable scenarios. Genghis Khan having the advantage in more scenarios due to his flexibility and innovative strategies, making him the likely winner of this epic battle. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more videos like this.